How we doing today, guys? It's Sam, joined by LJ with GI Jigs. As always, it seems like you're coming by a lot. We love having you here.
Yeah, thanks.
So fishing's heating up out there. Well, it's been hot.
Yeah.
But there's all sorts
really
of stuff
getting good.
going. Yeah, it's really
getting good.
So, starting all the way up in our part of the bay here, north of the bridge, stuff like that, rock fishing has still been great, whether you want a live line for them, chunk for them, chum for them, jig for them, lure fish, there's all sorts of options. Most of those fish are still going to be in the east side, north of the bridge, all the way up to Pools Island, I've heard. So they're up there. So pushing down the bay there, that's where things are finally starting to heat up really well. I know that they were kind of slow for quite a while, but I know you're catching fish down your way. So.
Yeah, it's getting much better. It's an early morning bite. You're not saying that you're not going to catch later in the day. In the middle of the day, you're still going to catch even when it's hot. Just consider as the day moves on, you move out to what I call the second ledge. Get out there to 9 feet of water, and that's where you're going to concentrate on structure out there, and you're going to find sea trout. You might find a puppy. Bluefish are coming in right now. I know we got Spanish down south in Maryland waters right now. It's ready to go. Get your trolling sticks out, or your rain minnows here.
Absolutely.
We still have 30-inch rockfish. I've been focusing not on live lining, but I've been focusing on paddle tails and shallow water. And I say shallow water, first ledge, 6 feet of water and less, early morning. We have a top water bite that's kicking up right now. I see Lindsay showing the soft plastic. These are my go-to colors right here for paddle tails. 3 and 4 inch paddle tails, 3/16, 1/4 ounce heads, 3/8.
If you have to.
If you got to, go ahead. But just keep in mind, it's going to get a little bit deeper. Keep them high, or you're going to get them snagged on the logs and the rocks and things. Top water bite early morning. Here's some of my favorite top water lures that are working right now, and I'm talking about like yesterday. Okay, I came in here, fill my cart with these things because that's what I'm using here. Okay, now take the time and get these VMC hooks. Okay, and take those treble hooks off those poppers. Okay, and you don't need a hook on the tail here. These rockfish, they're going to nail it in the head. They're not, the only thing that trailer hook does here for you is it just catches those rockfish in the eye. He's going to get it. He's going to get the top hook. If he gets both of them in him, oh my gosh. Be careful. Use a net. Be careful. Lay them on the deck. Control your fish. Try not to get one of them treble hooks in your hand. Okay, so speaking of, catching your fish and releasing them. Look. Save your fingers. I forgot. Okay, get one of these very simple D hookers.
Yeah, those are awesome.
It's not the big fish that hurt you. It's them little tiny ones. The 16 inch, the 12 inch.
Exactly.
You get them out of the water, they just go crazy. So just take that leader, grab the hook with this thing, put your hand, the leader hand down like this, and that rockfish will fall right off. Don't touch him. He's unharmed. Off he goes. So now the other thing is that I found that these popping corks are working good. A lot of these fish are suspended in that shallow water. Also, we got grass beds and things that keeps the popping corks help keep your paddle tails out of all that stuff and at mid depth. And I put one on yesterday. I caught a 20-inch puppy on that popper right there with a this right here, 3-inch diesel minnow. And it was a 3/16 ounce GI jig. Now I'll tell you if you can. All right. So I got a little tip. This is a tip that's been working for me for 2 weeks. All right. I picked this bait right here off your shelf, and I said if I pick one soft plastic out of Anglers to throw right now, it's this one. It's glow body with a chartreuse tail on it. Okay. So something that we were doing, we were taking baits like these, and we're taking the spike it in the chartreuse color and dipping the tails in it. Made a big difference. It's unreal.
It does help out.
For right now, it's just what's going on. So another thing that I saw on your shelf, and I've got guys that go on my boat all the time, and they're like, oh man, this thing is so nice. I've had this for like 2 years. Here's what's nice about it. It rolls up, it goes right in the bag, and anytime you want it, you pull it out. Like, we wanted to make sure that puppy you know, was the legal size puppy drum, right? And we pulled it out, and something that I'll do is I'll put the tail on the one. And that, because I really don't know what to do with this plastic piece here, but I put the tail on the one, and then I subtract one off the end number. You know, so it's 21 is 20 inches.
Yeah, good
I'm
idea.
putting it on the one.
So all these shallow water tactics don't have to be done in the islands and the southern parts or mid parts of the bay. They're doing it really well. All these tactics we're using inside of Kent Narrows areas, stuff like that, Prospect Bay, places
All
like
that riprap in there and stuff.
exactly.
Oh, you know it's hot.
So there's plenty of shallow water you could target up here, and we're seeing little small specks
Right.
running into them up here this way too. So it's still
I
you don't
caught
have
my
to fly
biggest
down
fish
there.
yesterday, a 30-inch rockfish on a rain minnow in less than 6 feet of water. Okay, 1 ounce rain minnow, this silver color right here. Casted it out, and I was bringing it not mackerel speed where I'm giving it, you know, because I use a 3000 series. I'm not running it hard, but I'm just running it fast enough to keep it like mid-depth in that 5-6 foot of water. Crushed it, and it was like almost every cast I was hitting them on there. These fish in our area, from basically Chesapeake down south to the state line in Virginia, they're eating these sting silvers, silver sides, whatever you want, rain minnows, whatever you want to call them. Mash the hatch, right?
Exactly. So other than that, we have big fish to be caught too. The big drummer down south, the cobia, all that's been decent from what you heard.
It was a little busy last weekend on 4th of July, so I think the bite got a little tough for some people.
For sure.
But they're coming in, they're moving through, the cobia are around. I haven't heard any reports yet of schooled up bulls, but
it's coming here real soon.
It's probably happening right now, we just don't know.
So another thing to touch on is the white perch fishing. It's been great whether you want to shallow water fish for them, deep water fish for them. Some of your most popular baits, if you're looking for the big ones, jigging sting silver style baits or the rain minnows, jigging those to deeper water, really pulls out the big ones. Throwing these little 3-inch paddle tails. That's a good way to catch the big ones. This is going to be something you do it on the shallows.
All my big 13 and a half, 13, 12-inch perch have come off of a paddle tail.
Yeah.
Every time. I mean, you think it's another small rockfish, and it comes in like, where did he come from? 3-inch has been working best for me with 3/16 ounce head. It's been ideal.
Yeah, so you can catch those all up and down the bay, really. Another thing to touch on is crabbing. Crabbing has started to slow down a little bit. I think some of the heat and stuff has kind of affected it, but there's plenty of crabs to be caught. Just wasn't quite as hot as it was a week or two ago. Fishing all your rivers, it seems like Severn, Magathie, Chester River, all those seem to be on fire. So there's plenty of stuff to get out there and do. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this one.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good one.